Hello and welcome to the Stage Directions October 2013 video editor's note. I'm Jacob Coakley, editor of Stage Directions magazine, and here we go! In my printed EdNote, I talk about the value of constraints and limits and how they can spur you on to greater creativity. I firmly believe this. My own writing took a dramatic shift to the better when I started analyzing the structure of scripts that worked and then brought that structure into my own writing. But because so much theater is done under such severe budget constraints, we internalize these limitations. And because we internalize them so well, we often lose sight of what truly is possible. I'm writing a script right now that, from the start, was designed to be unproducible. Of course, I think it is producible, it would just take a lot. But that's not the point. The point is that I wanted to explore the bleeding edge. I wanted to take theater as far as I could. Because how often do we get to do that? How often do we get to explore the furthest limits of what we can do? Why don't we allow ourselves to have that fun more often? What happens if you question every assumption about what theater is or should be? Why don't we get rid of the proscenium? Hell, why don't we get rid of the whole theater? This is why stories about non-traditional theater performances are so exciting to me. Like the one we're running this month on Speakeasy Dollhouse. An interactive performance, you can come in character, interact with the performers, or just watch it all play out in front of you. But it's not a static show. Depending on your actions, you may miss part of the narrative, and that's okay. Or is it? How far can you stretch theater before it stops being theater? Is a haunted house still theater? You move through an immersive environment, you interact with the characters, the good ones have a story surrounding the house. What more does it need to become theater? Perhaps if the guests had to solve a goal at the end of it? Does it need a narrative? Should they figure out the origin story of the ghost? What would it take to make that theater? And what if you had Disney's budget for that? Hell, what if you had Disney? How would you spruce up Disney's Jedi classes? That's certainly immersive theater for the kids taking part in it. But what if you broadened that out throughout the whole park? What if parkgoers had the option of interacting with characters in a narrative that lasted the whole day? They would have to meet characters at certain places and learn new things and find out clues and take that information someplace else where they would learn more and watch the story unfold over the course of a day. Would that be theater? Or would that be a game? If theater is about a performer and an audience member, then isn't it worth thinking about new ways they can interact? I know this isn't going to help anyone build a platform or get the unit set for the Whipping Man done. But sometimes it's fun to open up to experimentation before we settle back into the structure. What's the craziest thing you want to do in theater? Tell me what your dream project would be, without any budgets, any constraints, anything. Everything is possible. What would you like to do? That's all I've got this month. See you in November.